So this is the men's classes 1 to 2 semi-final. It's the European champions France against host nation Brazil. And they'll be competing for the spot in the gold medal match, which will be against either Korea or Slovakia. So the French team now making their way towards table one, followed by home favourites Brazil. Less experienced, less decorated side, but will of course have the entire of Rio Centro Pavilion 3 behind them. So this semi-final of the men's classes 1 to 2 team event will begin with the doubles match, and then we'll go to an individual match, followed by another. If necessary, it is a best of 3. So if one team does take the doubles followed by the first individual, there will be no need for a third match. But we will begin with the doubles, featuring Fabien LAMIRAULT and Stephane MOLLIENS of France, and they'll be taking on the Brazilian pair, ESPINDO and MARCIAO de COSTA. So the doubles match is a best of 5. The French team are European champions, of course, and Fabien LAMIRAULT has already collected a medal at these games. He won gold in the men's Class 2 match just a few days ago. The Brazilian pair beating Great Britain in the quarterfinals, but they face a tough ask here against this more experienced French side. The French are European champions, of course, and took silver in London 4 years ago. So they'll be looking to at least repeat their achievements from there. So we'll begin with a couple of minutes warm-up, so the players get a feel for the table, get the muscles moving, and then we'll get underway in this first semi-final with a place in the gold medal match at stake. And they're the experienced French pair, already know what it's like to win medals on the big stage. But of course the Brazilians, with the support of the crowd on their side, will be a force to be reckoned with, I think. So the French pair there, we've got Fabien LAMIRAULT, who is the #1 in Class 2, the world #1, and the European champion in Class 2, both in singles, Also won bronze with the team at the European Championship. Jean-Francois Duquet, he's a world #2 in Class 2, and Stephane MOLLIENS is world #4. So they occupy 3 of the 4 top spots in the world. So that will be a tough ask for the Brazilians. The Brazilians there. Espindola, he was part of the team that finished 5th in London in this event. And they've already gone 1 place better than that by reaching the semi-finals here. And he'll be playing alongside MARCIAO da Costa. Playing in his first Paralympic Games, 24 years of age. Lost both of his matches in the singles, unfortunately, but nevertheless, enjoying the Paralympics experience, I'm sure, here in front of his home crowd. And playing alongside the more experienced Espindola, who's 47 years of age. He's competing in his 4th Games. He's done Athens, Beijing, London, and now here in Rio. So with the warm-ups out of the way, we will begin, and Brazil have the serve. Raucous support already for both sides here. You can see the Brazilians on their feet in the background there. Exciting to have this pair in the semi-finals. That shot so difficult for the sitting athletes to reach, just dropping over the net. And from a sitting position, it's very hard to find that ball to return without stretching. But Brazil are back level, and that means an awful lot to them and to the crowd, who are in great voice here at Rio Centro. But as are the French fans. And this match has started with great intensity. Both sides matching each other point for point. And the crowd absolutely loving what they're seeing. Support for both sides. Inside out backhand there from France, but went far too long. The Brazilians delighted with that point. And what a shot from ESPINDO. He smashed that across the table, and there was nothing that the French pair could do about that. Well, the Frenchman had seen a gap between the two Brazilian players, went for it, but ultimately too much strength on that shot, and it went far too long, and Brazil retake the lead. And that's the angle these players want to go for, that acute angle just behind the net. That's really difficult for these sitting athletes to reach. This Brazilian pair showing real intensity, real desire, celebrating every point. As are the French pair, back on level terms with this first game drawing to a close. Pairs are neck and neck. Nothing to choose between them so far. We've seen some great table tennis. A lightning fast start from both pairs, and it's 9-all. Game point to LAMIRAULT and Molliens. And they take it. ESPINDO just sending that return into the net, and the first game goes to France. They win by 11 points to 9. 8 minutes that first game took to wrap up, but some real quality table tennis on show there.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a dit? Costa, il aime quand même moins bien le picot. Donc on attend, toi tu joues l'attente, il va venir sur lui et on est bien. Alors le dernier point. Voilà. Ouais, voilà, c'est ce qu'on a dit. De A à B. Voilà. Vamos também chamar pouquinho para mesa, talvez o canhoto também quando for sacar saco, põe ele na mesa e preste atenção nesse detalhe. Balão, dá um pouquinho de balão. Tá de gol, é só detalhe que vai diferenciar. Tá certo? Minha vontade é a bola sobrar, dá balão.
Well, the French pair already back at the table, ready to start game 2 after that 11-9 win in the first. But the Brazilian pair showed some real desire, real attacking intent there. And this is shaping up to be an exciting encounter in this Class 1-2 semi-final. France taking a 4-love lead in game 2. The Brazilians with some mistakes that you really can't afford to make at this level. And LAMIRAULT to serve. Well, he did fantastically well to return that shot. To COSTA, showed lightning fast reflexes to be able to angle his body to return that, and Brazil have their first point. And ESPINDO just taking the chance to towel off, as the players are entitled to do every 6 points. And the crowd are on their feet. Really enjoying what they're seeing here. This has started with real intensity, this semi-final. The French really finding their stride now, really finding some momentum here, and confidence growing with every point. Of course, the crowd are cheering them on, which is a huge boost. But the Brazilians really need to regroup, regain some focus, and they showed some wonderful table tennis in that first game, and they need to claw back some points here. Mollien just calling for a bit of quiet. I think Lamirault just needs to either readjust his strap or he's taken a knock to the hand, but just needing a bit of time to readjust before we get going again. Fantastic shot there from da Costa. Saw a gap between the middle of the two Frenchmen, and he took his opportunity. Neither of them saw it coming, so he's reduced France's lead, but still lots of work to do. French with a 9-3 lead. And this is game point to France. Da Costa finding his rhythm now. And he's hitting these shots with such precision. Pulls one back for Brazil, 10-4. 6 game points to France. Couldn't do anything about that one, unfortunately for Brazil, and France take the second game by 11 points to 4. This is a best of 5 encounter, so if France win game 3, they'll take the lead after the first round. So there you have the scores, 11-9, 11-4 to France. Brazil with work to do in the next game.
Aquele saque lateral em cima, que vem curto. Pega e vai pro jogo. E vamos jogar em função lá do canhoto mesmo. É o jogo daquele lá. Concentra na passagem dele, quando ele vier, concentra mesmo. E quando ele passar, tem que sobrar, tem que finalizar. Tem que saber finalizar, não pode ter dúvida não. Vocês estão jogando tanto todo mundo passivo. Você saca tudo, né? Arriscar a bola, tá bom?
So game 3 in this Class 1-2 semi-final. France with a 2-game-to-love lead. And Brazil must win this one in this best of 5 encounter. But first of all, the players just finishing preparations, binding the bats to their hands, as they are entitled to do in these classes for better stability and grip. Once they've done that, we'll be back underway. First point on the board for France. And they are back level. Brazil squandering that early 2-point lead with another mistake. So teams are allowed 1 timeout per match. So the coach needs to use them wisely. It's Brazil who've called it. They just don't want to let this game run away from them.
Nós estamos no jogo, nós sabemos jogar contra eles, entendeu? É só, agora vamos ter que saber impor lá dentro, tá certo? O mais importante, não deixar abrir agora. Vamos empatar e depois vamos ver o que vai acontecer na hora que o Urani... Vamos, vamos!
Vamos is the cry, and France already back at the table, keen to carry on with this. The momentum with them now, 2-game lead and a 1-point lead in this third game. If they win this one, they'll win the match ahead of the singles, and of course, they'll want to conserve their energy for that. It'll be interesting to see the effect that timeouts had on the Brazil team. They've gone another point down after it. They just need to keep their focus, keep their confidence, because they did play some wonderful table tennis in that first game and just need to recapture that. Espindola toweling off, gives them a couple more seconds thinking time. That was a great shot from Lamirault. Straight towards the body, and there's nothing you can really do when the ball is traveling at that speed towards you. And France extend their lead. To Costa reaching, but couldn't quite make that shot, as it just sort of trickled over the net, if you like, and he mistimed the bounce. And France now 6 points to 2 up. And Brazil delighted with that one. Just a 2-point deficit now, which seems a lot less daunting than the 4-point lead that they had to make up before. Espindola just making sure there's no excess moisture on his bat, which does make it tricky for the players out there. And they need to make sure they do everything they can to make this as straightforward as possible. But Brazil have the serve. And Costa berating himself for that mistake there, as France close in on this third game. And that is match point to France. 6 of them, in fact. Espindola did fantastically to return that point. That is a really tricky angle to get your body into. And Costa saving match point for Brazil. But that's it, the French have won it by 3 games to love. They win the first round. And they were clinical. Brazil played some excellent table tennis in that first game, seemed to lose their mojo a bit in the second. Confidence suffered, and in the end the French experience showed. And they wrapped up that first match by 3 games to love.